Hi, this is Amber. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over Christian Light Education's reading program, as well as kind of touching base as to like what that looks like combined with their ELA and Learning to Read program. I'm going to be doing a flip through of the Learning to Read currently, and I will be posting more videos about the ELA program and the reading program. Some people are kind of confused as to where they should start with their first grader, if they should start at Learning to Read or if they should start with reading. And so kind of just wanted to give you a small flip through as to like what it looks like and where it starts and kind of where it goes. So Learning to Read has two teacher's guides, and then it has 10 light units, and then I have like extra practice sheets, but those aren't necessarily necessary. And then I have more practice sheets, and then it has 4 books, primer books. We live, we explore, we learn, and we discover. And so We Live, this is the first book, so this is where they're starting, just to kind of give you an idea of like super simple, like really my child like reads, you know, she can do way more than this. And then towards the end, a couple more words, but still really easy. And then the next one, some more words and some pictures to help with some bigger words. So like starting to get there. And then towards the end, way harder. So it picks up really quick, I will say. And book 3, like this would be overwhelming for my current kindergartner. She could probably get through a bunch of it, but she would be like so overwhelmed. So we are starting with Learning to Read. I know the first portion's gonna be quite easy for her and simple, but it'll be like a nice transition, get her confidence way up, and kind of get a lay of the land of, since we're switching curriculums, it's going to be different from what she's used to. Okay, and then just to give you an idea of what, so this is the first light unit, so again, it's going to be like super simple. This is the test. Okay. So they're learning about sounds still in light unit 1. I don't know if I'm gonna do light unit 1. I'm gonna be honest with the sounds. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Maybe we'll just lightly do it over the summer so that she can kind of just, I don't know. Letter F, matching. Letter F more. And then words that she's working on, and it looks like she probably has to circle the animals that start with the letter F. So that's the first light unit. Similar, but maybe some harder words. Some more CVC words, looks like. And it looks like for this one, you definitely need the teacher's guide, because if I'm looking at this, I really don't know what she's supposed to be doing. as far as what the task is. So with this, I think I'd probably, I mean, I'm assuming it's more letter P, and she has to find the pictures with the letter P, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think with this one, you probably need the teacher's guide. I know some of the other ones, they have said that you don't necessarily need it. And then I'm gonna go towards the end here. Let's do 109 and kind of see where you end up. And then once you finish Light Unit 110 on learning to read, then it switches to reading. So then there's a whole other stack that you go through. See, like you're already it's already pretty intense as far as reading goes. Like my child could not just jump into that. Like I think she's doing pretty good, but she couldn't just jump into this just yet. So some have said that they're able to just jump in at 105, which I can show you as well. I mean, I feel like they're still pretty, not super easy words, so I don't know. And then it looks like back here has, like, you can cut out all the words that they're going to be working on for each, like, 105 Unit 3. Okay, and then I can show you quickly what the inside of the teacher guide looks like. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so lesson 3, they're doing R sound. Goes over optional activity, extra activity, class prep, which word flashcards you're going to need, which phrase flashcards you're going to need, which I do have both of those, just not in front of me to show you guys at this point. Listening to a story, and then you have a story that you're supposed to read. And then you have questions, so there is some reading comprehension, learning a sound, penmanship, dot maps. I don't know if you saw those. Working with sounds. Do these words begin like rat? So going over what sounds sound like. Rate the beginning sound of each picture name. Blending fun. Reading skills, word drills. Read the Star Wars and remind the children that they will read the words to you later. So you definitely need the teacher's guide for learning to read. And I think it's in the beginning, but it gives you the layout of how you should set it up, because first grade is different in that they don't start out with ELA right away. They do learning to read. This has the whole layout, so concepts that are taught in each thing. Okay, so this is the layout for first grade. So they start with learning to read, but they do not do language arts. This is Bible. They have a Bible study too. They don't start language arts until week 10, lesson 47. You add in language arts. So it does have it laid out for you pretty well. It is a 5-day-a-week schedule, so that's something you'd probably have to tweak if you're going to do 4-day, and I'm not totally sure what our schedule is going to be, but even has like the math lesson that you can pair it with, which we are doing their math. their learning to read, their LA, which we're doing, and then it looks like it shows you where learning to read stops at week 22. They take their final test, and then it picks up the next day. Then they're doing reading. And so then they do that for weeks 22 through weeks 34. So altogether it's 34 weeks of curriculum. So you can always mess around with that depending on how much or how little you're wanting to do. So I think this is a pretty cool tool. We're definitely going to be using that because I just sometimes need a little reminder to stay on track. If you have any other questions about it, I'm going to give a walkthrough of the language arts program, and I'm going to give a walkthrough of the reading program as well if you're thinking that this is too easy, or you have an older child who's struggling with reading and are thinking about maybe purchasing this program or going straight to reading.